Hey, what up, fuckers? It's your boy Andrew from Project Rogue coming at you today with another script breakdown. In this series, we break down the scripts that are live within Project Rogue. We show you how they work and we show you some core functionalities of the script. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right in today's video. In today's video, we will be breaking down our brand new Medic and EMS system releasing at the beginning of 2023. This new system not only enhances Medic roleplay, but also opens the doors to a lot more possibilities for EMS and doctors alike. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop right in today's video. We hope that you enjoyed that exclusive new look at our brand new renovated Pillbox Medical Center. If you want to check out this project for the entirety, head on over into the city at Project Rogue and you can see this project in full. Without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some of the mechanics of this brand new EMS system. To get us started off with, we will showcase some of the functionalities of what EMS and medics can do while on duty here at Pillbox. For medics, they can come behind this counter and they can access the medicine cabinet where they can find all of their day-to-day necessities, including new and existing items. You will have to be on duty to access this cabinet. After you've collected all of your items, you can stop by the printer to pick up your portable printer and your documents so you can give out medical marijuana cards. To access medical marijuana cards, it's pretty easy. All you need to do is have an officer be able to run a background check for you, of course, and then all you need to do is use the document, go to restricted documents, job documents, and medical marijuana form. Here, you'll fill out all the information given and the officer's name who gave you the background check. Once you have signed it as the paramedic signing off on this card, you'll just go ahead and name the document and give it a type, and you simply hit confirm. Now you can give that document to whoever is the owner, and you can also make a copy using your portable copier. If you would like more information on this system, hit the link in the top right of this video. You'll get taken on over to the documents video. Next, we'll take you to the employee lounge and locker area. Here at the fridge, you can access the pantry and buy food and drink if you are a paramedic. Through the next set of doors, you can access your personal locker to store anything that you have from either the previous shift or your current shift. For anyone waiting on someone that is at Pillbox, they can also access these machines, which also offer food and drink to the public, and you do not have to be a paramedic. Next, let's take a look at the front counter at Pillbox. Now the options are check-in, page EMS, and pull out a wheelchair. The page EMS does page EMS, and it will tell them to come to Pillbox. The other option for pull out a wheelchair is only for EMS. The elevators found on the main floor on floor 4 can be walked into and used by flexing your E muscle. Flexing your E muscle will open up the floor options, and we can go to 1, 2, or 3. 3 being the roof, and this is where EMS can pull out their choppers. Flexing your G muscle will put the chopper away, and you can go inside and do your duties as normal. Let's now head on to the intensive care unit, which can be found on floor 1. The intensive care unit is mainly used at Project Rogue for criminals being transported by LCSO. The EMS personnel on duty will meet the LCSO officers down here on the first floor, and they will be treated in one of these beds that you see on the left-hand side. These rooms are able to be locked by EMS and LCSO so the suspect does not escape custody when being brought up. This also helps break up traffic of normal players on the first floor being treated against criminals who are being transported and treated on the bottom floor. Here we have a garage that EMS and LCSO personnel can both access, and this is where they can either enter or exit and bring in criminals who need to be treated. EMS personnel can also store and take out vehicles right from this center point in the garage. In the intensive care unit, you can also access a printer and medicine cabinet, both being right here. Whether you are downed or alive, you can simply head onto any bed in the hospital and do /bed command, and that will place your character inside of the bed. Simply hit X to get up. On the main floor, EMS personnel who have access to access the boss menu can access the computer found right here. Through the boss menu, EMS personnel will be able to control the functionality of the hospital. They will be able to hire, fire, give bonuses, and more. As you can see right here, I go ahead and I'm going to promote this person, whereas if I go back in and I hit the X, that's going to go ahead and terminate employment. Next, let's take a look at what it looks like for players when they check in to Pillbox Medical Center. When players check in to Pillbox Medical Center, they simply walk on up to the front desk and they can check in. Here, I show my inventory. Let's check in and see what happens. Progress bars and notifications allow the player to know what is happening. Once the player is checked in, all of their items will be confiscated and put into an evidence bag while they get treated. As you can see here on my screen, I am being treated by the doctor and I'm getting prepared to be discharged. If a player has any type of critical condition, including bleeding, bruising, or bullet holes, they will need to also have those repaired before they are released. Once a player is released, a notification comes up from the Rogue tip line letting them know that they can head on down to MRPD to collect their belongings. This adds another layer of roleplay for the player to have to go somewhere else to collect their belongings and adds another step into your day-to-day roleplay. Let's head on down to MRPD and take a look at what this looks like. Once at MRPD, simply head through the front doors, head on up to the front lady, and you'll third eye her where you will find your evidence bag, and as you see, I got all my items back. Next, we will showcase our brand new damage system that includes bone indexing to let EMS personnel know what is going on with the player at hand. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. Here, I have our beautiful test subject, Juanita. For this video's demonstration, Juanita, I'm sorry, you're going to need to be taken down. Once I took care of Juanita like Old Yeller, she is now stuck in an animation which now shows that she is downed. As we see it from Juanita's angle, as you can see, she's in the same animation on her screen as well. So now that Juanita's down, we can third eye her, and as you see, we have 4 options. If we inspect her, we see that she is bleeding. We can then inspect her again and treat her bleeding. Depending on the severity will dictate how long this injury takes and how long it takes for them to patch up her bleeding. Again, progress bars and notifications display what is going on to allow the medic to understand what they are doing. Alright, we patched her bleeding. As you can see, Juanita up here says that she has light bleeding. However, when my animation is wrapped up, you will see the light bleeding fall off. Now that we have her bleeding stopped, let's go ahead and take a look at her pulse. When we do this, this appears on Juanita's screen. This allows the player that is down to control where the scene goes. As you can see, she selected no pulse, and now we can use our new items. Let's get in our pocket and pull out our AED. This is a really nice immersion tool that allows the doctor to perform CPR and gives the player at hand the option to RP that their pulse is coming back. And as you heard right there, all sounds are synced on the server side, so everyone around you can hear what's going on. Now that Juanita has a strong pulse, we can finally inspect her and get her back to the hospital where we can finally get her taken care of and back up on her feet. Let's get her into the ambulance by holding our tilde, carry, and into the vehicle, and now we can head on over to Pillbox. To get them out of the EMS vehicle, simply hold your tilde again, carry, and out of vehicle. They will come out of the back of the vehicle where you can carry them into the hospital. With the new /bed command, you can simply take them to any room that you want to operate. Here, I'm going to go to the operating room and operate on Juanita. You will need to place the player by the bed and tell them that they will need to do the /bed command. Animations sometimes can take a little bit to sync, but once they sync, you are good to go. Now we can third eye her and inspect her, and we will see our new system. This is the bone index of the spine. We can see that she has a small caliber wound for her spine. Once you find the injury, simply hit E and you'll start operating. Again, progress bars and notifications allow the EMS personnel to talk what they are doing and talk through the RP that is being given. Once you have solved all critical injuries, you can third eye the target, and now we can revive them. Always remember to utilize the revive function. You will need to have a med kit on you at all times. That is the red bag. And just like that, Juanita's back with us and she's ready to hit the road. Yeah, come on, wake up, you sleepy ass. Now, once we got out in the hallway, I had to start beefing and I had to piece up Juanita to show you guys this next phase. Do see how Juanita inflicts the damage and tells her where she's being injured and what is happening all on screen in persistent data. So now that I've beat the shit out of Juanita, I can go up to her and inspect her. I'm going to see that she's bleeding profusely. Let's go ahead and patch her up. While we are patching her up, you will see in this next part of the video that she's going to be considerably way more hurt than she was before. She's going to have a lot more injuries and a lot more locations. Now, if we third eye and inspect her again, we can see that she has quite considerably more targets. You will see certain numbers in the parentheses. This means she has multiple injuries to that one place. Here, we're fixing her head. However, you will see that she has another injury because she had a 2 in the parentheses. If we take care of it again, you'll see that it falls off. Let's go ahead and back up just a couple steps and we'll look at what Juanita went through when we patched her up. This is when we stopped her bleeding. You will see that the bleeding has fallen off now. Now, Juanita feels multiple pains. This allows her to tell the doctor that she feels multiple pains. Once the doctor has inspected her, now he knows what her multiple pains are. You'll see that I start to patch up her injuries. We'll see that she goes from feeling multiple pains and we'll see that she starts to go in a different direction. Again, this allows the player who is being treated to be able to let the EMS personnel know what they are feeling and how to RP through the situation. Here, if the doctor were to ask, how are we feeling now we have a new notification where we can let them know what we are feeling and how we can be helped. Now, if we solve all critical injuries, she will stop limping, she will stop swaying, and she will be back to 100% status and feeling good for the road. If we look through Juanita's perspective, here's me finishing up her injuries and we see that she resets and now she's good to go. Next, we'll show you some pretty cool anti-combat log measures that we have implemented within our EMS job. If I were to turn around and light her up like Old Yeller again, we can see that she'd probably not be too happy that I just did that. As you see, she'll FA quit and leave the city, leading to what we call a combat log. That damn Juanita, she just combat logged on us. So this is what it looks like from her perspective. She just logged back in after she combat logged. She instantaneously goes down and it gives her a tip that lets her know that last time she flew out, she was dead. She has to go to the hospital. She's been dead too long. She gets put into the hospital bed and as you see, she starts going through the motions of getting repaired. I've sped this part of the video up. However, you can see in the bottom of her screen that she's going through the motions of getting patched up by the hospital. Once she is released, she will get the message that she can find her items at MRPD and that she's good to go after her combat log. Always remember that combat logging is against our rules and it really does hurt your pockets due to the fact that you do not get illegal items back. So now that Juanita is back from her combat log and she's back from the dead, let's go ahead and light her ass up like Old Yeller again. Nah, I'm just playing, but hey, this is a good time to show you about the check-in table and how the pinging of the EMS works and how we can just revive them as well as EMS if we're really swamped and we need to get people in and out. Doing this does completely reset them and completely brings them back to life with no injuries in sight. Just always remember that hitting the revive does cost 1 medikit, so you will need those in the basement or from the medicine cabinet upstairs. Also, with this new bone indexing system, this allows for EMS to not be fooled by players. If they have drowned, it's going to let you know that they drowned. If they were shot, you're going to know that they were shot. If they were beat up, you're going to know that they were beat up. And if they went out of a car window, you'll know that they went out of a car window. The injuries displayed on the bones do not lie, and they are accurate from where the damage came from. As you see, we had Juanita jump off the pier, and we're going to bring her up here once she drowns. All right, now that she is drowned like Nemo, we're going to go ahead and inspect her, and here we can see that she has a lot of weird coloring on her lungways. This lets you know that she drowned. We can go ahead and patch up her lungways. When players do drown, it does take approximately 10 pumps to the lungs to get them back up and running. Next, let's show you some downtime activities that you can do as an EMS personnel. To start a supply run as an EMS, you simply walk into this room, head to the floating arrow, and hit E. You will then get a location which you can find on your GPS location. Once you have found this GPS location, simply hop into your EMS van or whatever vehicle you are using and go do the supply run. The pickup locations are pretty easy to find. Just pay attention to your GPS. As you see right here, it's on the corner, and let's collect the package. Once you have collected the package, it puts it into your inventory and you are good to go back to the hospital and drop it off. Once you are back at Pillbox, you can simply head into the hospital, open up your GPS, and find where you need to. As you can see, mine is on the right-hand side, so it's probably in one of these rooms. I'm assuming probably the first door on the right, so we'll just head on in there. Yeah, it's on our right-hand side. So we'll head on in here and drop off our package. All right, we delivered our package. We got a little bit of bread for that, and a little bit of bread even went to Pillbox for completing that run. You can do as many of those as you'd like. Also, not to overcomplicate it for you EMS guys, if you're too lazy to find it, this is the other drop-off point for your supply runs. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is our brand new EMS system releasing at the beginning of 2023. We are super excited to release this system and give this to our community. As you are aware by now, we are continuously always adding and improving the systems here at Project Rogue. So this is really just the first version of what we have to offer here at Project Rogue for our EMS employees. If you yourself are looking for a great RP home for adults 18 and plus, and you like the systems that you see in this video, then head on over to www.projectrogueroleplay.com today to get started with our whitelist application. You can also head on over to discord.gg/projectrogue today to also join our Discord community and join in on the fun that we have to offer. Guys, if you got this far in this video, please give the video a big thumbs up and drop a comment in the comment section below letting me know what you think is the coolest part about the EMS system. It really does help, and it only takes 30 seconds. It's free as well. All right, Rogue, I'm out of here. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are at in the world. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next video. Yo, on God, if you actually made it this far, I want you to seriously drop in the comments, say peanut butter and jelly so I know you got here. I'ma fuck with you.